Hello, everyone. Welcome to the TACRA Virtual College Fair. We've got an exciting session today. Before we begin, we'll cover a few housekeeping items. Note that if you have questions, you can ask them through the Q&A button at any time. Our presenters are monitoring it and will respond accordingly. Also note that your camera and microphone are off, so our presenters can't see or hear you. Be aware that there's additional StriveScan sessions available if you have interest in those, so please visit the StriveScan website if you have an opportunity. Also note that a recording of this session will be available and on the StriveScan website at strivescan.com/Tennessee. With those housekeepings out of the way, we'll turn it over to our first presenter from Nova Southeastern University.
Thank you. I'm sharing my screen right now. 1 second. Hello, everyone. My name is Lanisha James. I'm an admissions counselor at Nova Southeastern University. We are located in sunny Fort Lauderdale, Florida, so it's a really great location. Just to give you some information about NSU, we are a private selective research university. We are mid-sized with about 5,600 undergraduate students. We like to keep it typically smaller. Each class size is about 17, depending on your major. There could be more students in your class or less, but we really want to cap it soon around 6,000. We really want you to have the opportunity to not only connect with faculty and staff, but also with your classmates. All students will start off their freshman year with a dedicated career coach. So this person is going to help you with things like building your resume, doing mock interviews, getting internship opportunities. Those are available as during your undergrad as well as once you graduate if you have different career plans. We do take pride in being a very diverse school with students from 50 states and over 100 countries. So you'll definitely make friends with people from all over. We do offer over 50 undergraduate programs. Typically, our students are geared towards the healthcare and nursing field. The business program is really growing, and so is the marine biology, just based off of a location alone. That Oceanographic Center sits right off of the coastal line. A lot of our students will also go to the Everglades for internships or even the Keys. So if you are interested in more than one major, you can also double major, or you can major and minor in any of these programs. So at NSU, we absolutely offer an ocean of opportunities, one being our Excel program. This is where students will be earning units outside of their credits, and they can do that. They can shape that however they want, through internships, through community service, through study abroad or travel abroad. So you will work with your Excel coach, and they're pretty much like an academic advisor, but they'll help you with those opportunities as well. We want you to be as well-rounded as possible. We do offer study abroad and travel study, where you actually travel with your entire class and not just yourself. Our career development coach, I covered that a little bit, and that's going to be that coach that is going to help you build your resume before you graduate. We want you to be prepared before you're actually in the real world, not once you graduate and everyone else has a degree. Also, I mentioned that we are a very research-driven university. We're actually in the finishing stages of building our hospital on campus that our students will be able to continue their research and earn service hours. So I did mention earlier, we are a very medical-driven university. We offer a lot of majors, but the medical program is amongst the popular. We do have the dual admissions program, which allows you to reserve a seat in that graduate level program once you have graduated, as long as you maintain the required GPA and pass your MCAT, LSAT, whatever required testing is required. So students will interview for those dual admission programs or our scholarship programs during Shark Preview, but first you would need to start by applying to NSU. You can do that through our Shark Select app or through the Common App, either is fine. And then we'll actually have you come on campus and interact with our current students as well as prospective students to see if NSU is a good fit for you. So we are a Division II university. We are academically driven, but we want you to have a great time. We do have over 120 clubs and organizations. It actually only takes 6 students and 1 faculty member to actually start your own. Also, we are the only university in the United States to have a NFL partnership. So although we do not have a football team, all of our students are welcome to go to all Miami Dolphin home games. We'll shuttle you there. There's a separate section for tailgating as well as watching the game. Also, you are allowed to drive as a freshman. So if you don't want to catch that shuttle, you are allowed to drive and park on campus. So just to give you a little quick overview, last year our class profile was A-B+. We had about 14,000 applicants and 1,750 students actually commit. We are test optional as of right now, so if you would like to take your SAT or ACTs, you can, but you're not required to. So I wanted to go ahead and wrap that up, and I will put my contact information in the chat. But my name is Lanisha James, and please follow our social media handles. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much. We're on to our second presenter from the Savannah College of Art and Design.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kelsey Olive. I am an Assistant Director of Admission here at SCAD. So SCAD was founded in 1978. Right now, we do currently have 2 domestic locations and 1 international location, our permanent study abroad location in Lacoste, France. Of course, our Savannah location is our largest, and then we also have an Atlanta location in Midtown. We have approximately 15,000 students from all 50 states and over 100 countries. 25% of our student population are international students. If you combine our majors and our minors, we do have over 100 degree programs. We have over 40 majors and over 75 minors. I always tell students, I highly recommend looking at the list of minors. Sometimes to declare a minor, it might only be 1 or 2 extra classes if your minor is closely related to your major. We do have a stellar alumni employment rate. Of our spring 2019 alumni, 99% are either employed, seeking further education, or both 10 months after graduation. Of that 99%, 91% are in the field that they went to SCAD for. One of our notable alumni is Christopher John Rogers in the middle in the red hoodie. He is a fashion alumni. Most recently in 2018 won the Vogue Fashion Fund Award, which is a $400,000 award to start his fashion line. He is accompanied by a multitude of SCAD alumni that work for his label, CJR. He has most notably dressed Michelle Obama, Kamala Harris at the inauguration. He has dressed Lizzo, Zendaya, Lil Nas, just a small snippet of the celebrities that he has dressed. He also employs his fellow alumni to walk in his New York Fashion Week fashion show. So he is a true testament of using your SCAD family to your advantage. So we do, of course, have incredible relationships with global brands. Pixar actually comes to SCAD 4 times a year to recruit future employees. They never hire anyone that applies directly to them. We also have multiple students working for Netflix. One of our alumni works for Instagram as a product designer. He actually works on the team that creates the filters on Instagram, so you've probably used his work before. We're going to skip over that video, but we at SCAD, we do champion a small class size, so you will never have more than about 25 students in every single class. Don't be surprised if in one of your senior classes you have 10 students. We love the small class sizes. You're in class for 2.5 hours twice a week. So when it is all said and done, you'll spend 5 hours in each class every week. You really get that great one-on-one attention with your peers, with your professor. Your professors are professionals in their field. They have to have a minimum of 10 years experience in the field that they are teaching. And a lot of them can help you find work or internships while you're at SCAD and then work after SCAD. Some of them, this is Emmy award-winning chair of animation, Chris Gallagher. Another notable alumni is notable professor is Steph Guys Bueller. He single-handedly designed the iconic NBC Peacock logo and also worked on the Telemundo logo. And then that is just another little snippet that we have at SCAD. We also champion internships and real world experience while you're at SCAD. So we have a program called SCAD Pro. If you don't want to do an outside internship, SCAD Pro is your best bet of getting real world experience. So global brands come to SCAD and they do projects with our students. It's a quarter-long project, 10 weeks, and you work hand in hand with your SCAD peers as well as senior product designers or senior designers at different companies. One of my favorite projects is a project back in 2016 with Dynacraft. Our SCAD students created a Disney princess carriage motorized vehicle toy that was the best-selling toy for Christmas 2016 and 17. I know I mentioned our campus in Atlanta. We have about 10 buildings in the heart of Midtown Atlanta. Our neighbors are Coca-Cola, Adult Swim, Cartoon Network, and TBS. So once you're accepted to SCAD, you are accepted to all of SCAD. If you would like to start your time at SCAD in Atlanta, do a quarter or even an entire school year there, you very much well can. And then you can also do a quarter in Lacoste. You can do up to 4 quarters in Lacoste, 1 every year. When you go to Lacoste will depend on what you are studying, because we will send majors that are alike there at the same time so they can mix and mingle and collaborate, and the professors can cross teach. And then, of course, we have our Savannah campus. We have over 80 buildings across downtown Savannah. You will not go in all 80 buildings while you're in SCAD at Savannah, the Savannah location. You'll probably go in about 5 or 6, but it is fun to explore all the different buildings. They all have some sort of historical past and are, of course, beautifully decorated and scatified, as we say. So we also have an e-learning platform, which is awesome for students while they're in outside internships. So they can still keep up with their classes, take 1 or 2 classes online, be at an internship from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday for a few weeks, and not extend their time at SCAD and just keep going, moving forward with getting their degree. We do also have summer programs and dual enrollment. Our dual enrollment offering is for 16 and older. And then your application should only take you about 20 minutes. I highly suggest using the SCAD application on our website. But thank you all for having me, and I look forward to seeing you as a SCAD bee soon.
Thanks so much. We're on to our next presenter from Lynn University.
Hi, good evening. My name is Annie Shea. I'm with Lynn University. We are located in Boca Raton, Florida, which is about 30 minutes north of Fort Lauderdale. And then, of course, we are about 30 minutes just south of West Palm Beach. We have about 3,100 students, mostly undergraduate students at Lynn. A couple of things that I really want you to think of when you're thinking of Lynn. 1 is international, 2 is innovative, and 3 is individualized. With 3,100 students, you are going to very much have an individualized education at Lynn. Even so much so that if there's a class or a subject or a topic that we don't have a class on, or something that isn't being taught currently, you can actually have a directed study with a professor, and that's basically kind of like a one-on-one classroom experience. I mentioned we're in Boca Raton. We're about 3 miles to the beach, so of course the beach is very popular with our students. And I had mentioned earlier that I would want you to think of us as an international university, and as a matter of fact, we actually ranked #1 in the Southeast for the number of international students on our campus per capita. About 97 nations are represented, which really does make for an incredibly global and very culturally diverse experience at Lynn. Literally every single day, you're interacting with students from all over the world, and they might even be your roommates as well. We've been a very international university for years. It's really kind of ingrained in our DNA. It again really does provide a very unique experience for our students for being such a small university. I also mentioned that we're incredibly innovative, and I want to just focus most of my time on that today. Back in 2016 or 2015, our president, Dr. Ross, wanted to meet Generation Z students where they were. We wanted to redefine how the college classroom experience is taught and how students are engaged in their learning. So back in 2016, we reimagined the college classroom experience, and we started the iPad-powered learning and curriculum. We became the very first university in the country to use Apple iPad Pros for our entire curriculum. Students are still in the classroom and they're still collaborating with other students and faculty, but everything is done on the iPad. You're issued one on your first day of classes, and all of your textbooks are downloaded onto the iPad as well. It really does make for this incredibly engaging experience. And inside the classroom as well, we don't believe in lectures. You're not going to find lectures at Lynn. Everything is done in discussion, dialogue, group work, oral presentations. We're making sure that our students are learning the best that they know how. And that's through visual learning, and that's through hands-on learning. A lot of our learning is done outside of the classroom, kind of what we call experiential learning. And you can also get your degree done in 3 years at Lynn, saving you about $50,000. Most of our degrees can be done in 3 years at no extra cost, taking those extra classes your second and third year. These are just some of the employers that we send our students to. And these are just in recent years, not to mention over the course of Lynn's history. And you'll see at the bottom left-hand corner, Marvel Studios, our artist in residence at Lynn within our BFA program is a comic artist with DC and Marvel Studios. And then, of course, these are our application deadlines. I want to go back to the faculty real quick and the classroom experience at Lynn. A lot of people don't realize that we hire, yes, based on PhDs and master's degrees and, professors that have research experience, that have published work. But what's so important for our students and at Lynn is to make sure that every single professor and every single faculty member has some kind of work experience in the field. And I mentioned our artist in residence working for Marvel Comics. We have a former FBI agent that teaches in forensic investigations. We have a former prosecutor that sat on the O.J. Simpson prosecution team that teaches within political science in our criminal justice program. We have CEOs, CFOs, CMOs that teach within our entrepreneurship. We have the former curator of the Chicago Botanical Gardens that teaches within our environmental science and policy. So it's really important that our students have these stories from our professors and network connections as well. But that's really it for me for Lynn University. Of course, again, I will put my information in the chat feature for you guys.
All righty, thank you so much. We're on to our next presenter from Mercer University.
Hello, everybody. I hope that y'all are doing well today. My name is Jackie Atchison. I'm an Assistant Director of Admissions and Recruitment at Mercer University, and I'm really excited to share with you a little bit about what I consider my home. Mercer, it was founded in 1833, so we've been educating and investing in the lives of young people for over 188 years now. We're really excited about everything that we're able to do to help our students as you're going through the Mercer experience. We are a mid-sized research university that is private, located in Macon, Georgia. We have about 10,000 students total across all of our 5 campuses in the state of Georgia, but your Macon traditional undergraduate experience has about 3,400 students in it. Over the last 180 years, we've earned quite a few distinctions that we're really proud of. One is that we are considered a national best value, and I really appreciate being considered that best value because it comes from a combination of not only the investment that students make, but also the outcomes. Our students are doing fantastic jobs and being wonderful servants to the world all over after they have graduated here at Mercer. And we think that that is absolutely fantastic. And so we are glad that that is recognized. We are also listed as one of the best undergraduate teaching universities in the nation. So we're really proud of that distinction as well. We have 12 schools and colleges at Mercer, so there are over 65 different undergraduate majors and then a whole plethora of different minors you can take advantage of across our university. 6 of these colleges serve solely for the undergraduate side, and then we have graduate and professional school offerings as well. If you're interested in continuing your education and not just completing an undergraduate, you can also come to Mercer for graduate programs in the healthcare field, in law, in nursing, all sorts of different options there, including theology and engineering. And business. So I would encourage you to look into all of our programs that we have to offer so that you can take advantage of what we have here at Mercer. When I think about Mercer, I think of two really important points. The first one is research, and the second one is going to be service. I'm going to talk about them separately and then together for a minute. Research is incredibly important to us. We are really proud of the research our students are able to do as early as their freshman year, no matter what major you're going into. You see research here at Mercer stemming from the STEM fields like chemistry and engineering, all the way to theater and music. So no matter what you're interested in, there are tons of great opportunities for you to do hands-on experiences working with professors or independently on research. We are also a part of Phi Beta Kappa, which is the oldest and most prestigious honor society in the nation, and only the top 10% of liberal arts programs in the United States are allowed to host a chapter. So we're really proud to be among one of that top 10% of liberal arts programs. I also said that service is important to us. We have these banners that hang all over our campus that says, they say at Mercer, everyone majors in changing the world. And we mean that. It's not just something we say. It's not a funny, sweet tagline. It really is about giving you as our students the power to go out and help other people. And that could be in ways in our local community through one of either our service Saturdays or maybe a spring break for service. And it could be through one of our community partnerships like we have with Go Baby Go, where we help young people with disabilities have mobility devices built into their like toy cars so that they can have better socialization. It really depends on what you're interested in, but we have service that fits any field that you might want to go into or just something that's going to warm your heart. But for us, it's really about combining research and service, since they're two tenets that are very important to us, so that you as students can propose a research project, do the research into that field, and then come up with a solution and actually enact that. So through our Research That Reaches Out initiative on campus, you can get both funding and support from our university community to do research and then come up with a solution to actually enact in the community. We love seeing our students get to have that hands-on experience and to get to really do something that's going to change the lives of other people. Another way that we combine research and service is through our Mercer on Mission programs. If you learn one thing about Mercer, we really love these Mercer on Mission programs. This is an opportunity for students to go abroad. You go over to another country for between 4 to 6 weeks, and you will be doing both research and service with a group of other Mercer students and faculty. We have traditional study abroad programs as well. I did 2 of those myself when I was a student, including an international internship, but these Mercer on Mission programs are pretty special. You're going to be going to an area that really needs some sort of help. We've been building relationships with these communities for years, and we go back over and over again to make sure that we can make a sustainable change that they actually need and want. So our first program started in 2007 with Mercer on Mission, where we've been going to Vietnam. And in Vietnam, there's an issue with landmines being left over from the Vietnam War, and people step on them and they lose a limb. So our biomedical engineering students have discovered and have created and patented a prosthetic leg that can be fit in the field rather than having to be fit in kind of like a doctor's office and having to be like clinically measured and such. So it is adjustable in the field. And so those students created that prosthetic leg. And traditionally, a prosthetic leg would cost between $10,000 and $20,000, but Mercer's prosthetic legs cost us between $75 and $200 to create. We have a foundation that helps support making those, and then we're able to give them for free to people in Vietnam who have stepped on these landmines and who are no longer able to be mobile. So we've been going back every year since 2007, and we're really proud to say that at this point we fit over 14,000 people with prosthetic legs in Vietnam, and that's just one of our programs. We've gone to over 40 countries around the world, and we continuously go to about 15 to 20 of these trips per summer. We do have some that are going this summer, so we're really excited to see what those students are going to get to be able to do. One of my favorite things about Mercer on Mission is not only that we have this fantastic program for our students to take advantage of, and it impacts the lives of others so much, but also because we make it free for all of the travel related expenses. So while you pay for the summer class tuition, we're going to pay for all of your flights, all of your food while you're there, all of your travel within the country, all of your accommodations. So it's a really affordable way to get to study abroad as well. I think that really exemplifies the Mercer experience, and the Mercer experience can't be complete unless we also talk about our Division I athletics on campus. We're really excited to have such fantastic teams playing on our campus. If you're interested in being recruited as a Division I athlete, please contact our coaches. That is their job. You definitely don't want me recruiting you for any team because I have no idea what the teams, what the positions are and things like that. But our coaches are the experts, and they're really going to be excited to hear from you. All of these things come together to make you a Mercerian, but let's talk about how to become one. The application process will start August 1st of your senior year with that application opening. We have our early action deadline in November and our regular decision deadline in February. I encourage you to apply early action because it gives you the best opportunity for scholarships. As you're going through this application process, after the early action deadline, we are rolling admissions all the way through May 1st. So right now we're enrolling admissions if you haven't applied yet to college. We are holistic and we are test optional. So we're going to read every application. And if you don't want to submit test scores, you don't have to. So it's up to you whether you want to submit those test scores or not. But if you want to talk more in depth about that, please reach out and I will be happy to talk with you about that as well. On your application itself, we need the application and we are on the Common App as well as our own application. I'm going to put all of my contact details into the chat so that if you have questions or need more clarity, please let me know because I'd be happy to help you out with that. I hope you all have a fantastic night and go Bears.
Thanks so much. We're on to our next presenter from Southeastern University.
Awesome. Hey, everyone. My name is Wayne Character. I'm an admission counselor here at Southeastern over the Northeast area. And before I get started, I'm going to show a quick video and then we'll go ahead and get started.
Fire up. It's that feeling deep in your bones. That desire to be part of something bigger than yourself. It's what drives us, propels us. It's what brought you here. Together, we believe. We dream. We strive for the impossible. Innovation is our fuel. Community is our breath. We discover. We push boundaries. Experiencing life as it was created to be. So fire up your imagination to chase, to create, to dare. Fire up to be the change this world is waiting for. We are waiting for you.
Awesome. So a little bit about Southeastern University. We are a private Christian university. We are located in Lakeland, Florida, and we're a very diverse student body, ranging in students from about 53 countries. And a little bit about myself. My name is Wayne Character. I'm originally from Newnan, Georgia. Usually no one knows where that is, so I always say Atlanta. I went here all 4 years and I graduated last semester with a practical ministries degree. And now I'm an admission counselor planning to start my master's for free in fall. So super excited about that. And a little bit about our academics. Some of our most popular majors is kinesiology, psychology, science concentration, Bachelor of Social Work, and elementary education. Some of our newest majors that one can take advantage of is aviation, political science, tourism and hospitality management, language, culture, and trade. One of a popular major that we have is our nursing program. SU nursing students' first-time pass rate for the nursing exam is an impressive 92%, exceeding the national average of 87% for educated students. Education, as 95% of SU education graduates are offered teaching positions prior to the start of the next school year for following graduation. Our accounting major, the first time pass rate of SU students who have taken the CPA exam since 2001 is 85%, which is among the highest of the colleges and universities in Florida. We have had some updates to our admission in the process. We are test optional. We realize that there are some people around the US that aren't able to take the test. So you do not have to take the test to be required for admission. It could help you in some scholarship though. And we are offering a full on-campus experience with appropriate health and safety precautions. Academic scholarships are available up to $19,000. And kind of your first step to get more information about SCU is to apply. And so here you see is a fee waiver code, Future Fire, all caps, no spaces. You can apply for free. I've enjoyed my time here at Southeastern University, and one thing that I encourage every student to do is just take a look if you're able to come on campus and experience the holistic of Southeastern University in Lakeland, Florida. That's all I have.
Thank you. We're on to our last presenter from Piedmont College.
Hello, everyone. Hopefully you're doing well today. My name is Gabriel Gutierrez. I am Admissions Advisor, Diversity and Recruiter at Piedmont College, soon to be Piedmont University. Let's get to it. So just a quick glance, we are located in Georgia, northeast Georgia. So school was founded in 1897 and currently have what we call 4 different schools: School of Nursing and Health Science, Walker School of Business, School of Education, School of Arts and Sciences. We have over 49 clubs and organizations, as well as 21 sport teams, plus many intramural teams. The current faculty to student ratio is 11:1. With an average class size of 12 to 13. When I was here as a student, my smallest math class was 4. And we have about 1,200 students in the undergrad level. So, and about roughly 725 live on the main campus. Like I said, we are becoming Piedmont University this Friday. So that's really exciting news. What I mentioned earlier, the schools, they will become colleges. New logo will be coming, new website will be coming. So if you have checked us out on the website, just know that it will be a little bit different. And then we are planning to celebrate our 125th celebration. And there's so many more things coming. We do have a new residence hall for our freshmen and so much more. So definitely come check us out. When it comes to living on campus, if you do play a sport, you do have to live on campus. We do have suite lifestyle and apartment style housing options. Really depends on your status. Freshmen get more of that suite Jack and Jill style versus upperclassmen get more of a apartment style housing option. Resident assistant, different clubs schedule so many events around campus, just residential living alone. They had over 180 programs just in the fall. So we were able to be in person. So that's awesome. All rooms come with a twin bed, full-size fridge, microwave, closet space, and a desk. And then there are some options for off-campus events with some of the organizations on campus. And there's always concert, theater performances, museums that you can go to, and just like I said, many other events that students can attend for free. These are just some of the events that we have had on campus. Starting from the left top, that's one of our theater performances. The bottom left, we have this event called the LOL auction, League of Lions. So if you participate on our campus, you get a certain amount of points. At the end of this semester, you can auction those free earned points for items such as, I think 2 years ago, they gave out an iPad. They have given bicycles, TVs, and a little bit of everything in between. In the middle bottom, that's our disaster drill that we host for our nursing students. They will be able to have their hands-on experience. GMA comes to our campus and records it with their drones. The fire department, police department, hospitals, ambulances, they all get involved to get that real-life experience of a disaster for our nurses. And obviously sports. And then on the top right, we have one of our organizations on campus. So the admission requirement, the application is free. We are partnered with the Common Application. Tests are optional, but if you do decide to send SAT or ACT scores, total SAT score for freshmen is 1,000 composite score. We don't look for anything specific for math or the English. For ACT, we look for a 20, and then GPA is an unweighted 3.0. And then, like I said, this is based off of if you send your scores. If you don't say scores, we do require that you send maybe an additional essay, letter of recommendations, not required, but is more recommended. And then with this, you will get a merit-based scholarship. And about 97% of the students have some kind of institutional aid. So the merit-based scholarships are the biggest, which is, like I said, based on the GPA and or GPA and test scores. And then we do accept any other federal and need-based as well as outside scholarships. And then since we are Division III, we do not offer any athletic scholarships, but definitely keep in mind that your high school counselor will be your best friends when it comes to finding more scholarships. And then we do have certain departmental scholarships on our campus. If you do any of the theater, music, or art, you will receive some type of scholarship if you qualify. And then just last year, we gave over $12 million in scholarships alone. Definitely come visit us. We do have personal campus visits offered Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You will have the chance to meet with admissions, financial aid, a professor, as well as a coach if they're available, and then just end with a campus tour. And then you can also do a virtual experience as well if you would like. Here's just my contact information. You can scan the QR code. If you have a smartphone, you can just do it, fill out the inquiry form. If not, you can, like I said, definitely come check us out, come visit us, and then just let us know if you have any questions.
Thank you. With all of our presenters completed, we'll take the remaining time to answer a few questions. We'll go in the order in which you presented. So the first question I'd pose to the group is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? We'll start at the top with Nova Southeastern University.
Hi again. I was kicked out somehow, but I'm glad I got back in time. So advice that I would give to a student going through the college process, definitely to do your research. Make sure that university is offering the programs that you want, clubs and organizations that you may want to be a part of, that they're offering scholarships. Just do your research and just make sure it will be a good fit. Also, definitely take a campus tour if you can. I know NSU is currently offering virtual as well as in-person campus tours. Lastly, I would say, make sure that the university that you are looking at is going to support you not only while you're a student, but as an alum as well. So making sure that they're offering things like career services, internships that can get you in contact with people in your field, hands-on opportunities. These are things that are going to allow you to build your resume as a student and have you prepared for life after college as well as during.
Thank you. Next up, Savannah College of Art and Design.
I definitely agree with Ms. James. She had incredible points. One thing that I would add, what we share at SCAD, is if you are, when talking to someone from a college, ask them where their alumni work. And if they either A, cannot offer you an answer at the ready, or B, list off a bunch of companies that you've never heard for or don't really care for, then you should probably be concerned. So definitely look at post-grad life, because it's just 4 years at college, but that degree and that help that college is going to give you is going to be a lifetime. So I definitely think more post-grad than also with the college life that college would give you.
Thank you. Next up, Lynn University.
Yeah, ditto with everyone else. But I would also say that, we're all here. There's 6 of us, 6 colleges, and we all represent our respective universities. And we're here to be your advocate, and we're here to give you information about each one of our universities. I think there's something like 5,000 plus universities in the country. And so reach out to us. This is what we do for a living. This is our job. We are here to help you through this process and to give you as much information as we possibly can, and to see if our university is the right fit for you, and if you fit our culture as well. And just know that you might fit at many different colleges. I don't think there's one soulmate college for everybody. So just know that, and and breathe and find what's best for you and your family.
Thank you. Next up, Mercer University.
I definitely think there's been some fantastic advice so far. I would also say look outside of the schools that you may have already heard of before and spend some time researching other schools that may be a good fit for you because they have a program that's particular to something you're interested in, or they might have a student organization that you want to be a part of. So definitely don't just look at, the 5 schools you've always heard of, maybe in your state. Branch out and get to learn about other universities as well.
Thank you. Southeastern University.
I'd say if there's a college that you like, if you can, definitely take a campus tour. You can take a virtual tour and get some information online, but there's nothing like being on campus, experience campus life. I would also say, see if you can talk to a professor or student, and they can give you kind of a realization of what to actually expect from the college that you're interested in.
Thank you. Last but not least, Piedmont College.
I would say definitely stay in contact with your admissions advisor. They will be the ones that will direct you wherever you need to go. They are there for a reason. So keep in touch with them, as well as as I mentioned earlier, make your counselor your best friend, because they will also have all the contacts that you need in order to be successful.
Thank you. In the time we have left, we'll do one more question. What is your favorite event or tradition on campus? Start at the top. Nova Southern, please.
Nova Southeastern, yes.
My apologies. Southeastern, yep.
No problem. So one of the really cool events that I love that we do at NSU is an annual event called Anything That Floats. And it's basically students from different organizations and clubs. They come together and they build a raft with things that typically should float. I've seen a lot of them sink, but we have a huge lake that we call Gold Circle Lake at NSU. And the students, they line up and they race to see who can reach the finish line first. Last year, the club that won earned $2,000 to go towards their club. But it's really nice that the students are coming together. They're connecting with each other. They're working together, learning those team building skills. But it's really fun to watch too, because most of them don't make it across. So it's one of the really cool annual events that we do.
Thank you. Next up, Savannah College of Art and Design.
So our very first signature event that SCAD had back in the 80s when it first came to be a college is the Sidewalk Arts Festival. If you're familiar with Savannah, Forsyth Park is about a 2-mile long park, and the Sidewalk Arts Festival happens in April. Every single square of concrete in that park is filled with sidewalk art from current students, alumni. There's even a high school student section. And I attribute it to, it's like you're Mary Poppins and you could just jump into these sidewalk arts. And it's a great way for students to connect and show their art to the community, whereas they might not be able to do that because, of course, the SCAD buildings are private and they can't get in. But that is definitely one of our longest standing traditional signature events, but also my favorite.
Thank you. Next up, Lynn University.
Yeah, I'm totally cheating here. I'm so sorry. I'm picking 2, but one would probably be our Founders Day, which is kind of like Lynn University birthday, but it is a full week of super fun activities, and generally there's a theme attached to it, with our president dressing up. Last year I think it was Marvel, go figure. And then probably also our Festival of Nations, which is a week-long festival that we have on campus, celebrating our culture, celebrating how global we are, and all the students that are coming from outside of the United States. We have food trucks on campus. We highlight different dishes from the 97 nations that our students come from within our dining hall, and it's also quite informational as well. So yeah, both of those.
Thank you. Mercer.
I think my favorite tradition is that students, when they come to Mercer, are put into a University 101 class, and as a class they all get to climb this tower that you see right here above my head or next to my head, and you climb up to the top and you sign your name, and then when you graduate you get to go the day before your graduation and sign again to say that you've come full circle. And it's so cool to get to go up there and see all of the past signatures of everyone who's graduated and some of the famous alumni that have graduated from Mercer. So that's probably my favorite.
Thank you. Wayne from Southeastern University.
One of my favorite is we have a SU conference every year. We have about 2,400 on campus with extension sites, online students on campus, and commuters. We have 9,000. So that just gives them a way to come on campus, experience campus life. And we'll have some worship events and then some breakout sessions. We also have something called TNL. It's our version of Saturday Night Live at the end of the year. No one would get it if you're not a part of SU, but the kids on campus love it. It's one of the funniest events we have.
Thank you. Finishing us off, Piedmont College.
It's kind of similar to what he was mentioning, but we have an event called late night breakfast, which is typically the day before everyone goes towards, battling finals. So all they do is just provide breakfast for all the students, faculty and staff get involved. They kind of serve the students, wish them good luck. So it's one of our best events on campus.
Thank you. And that'll conclude our fair today. I want to thank all of our presenters for the great information. For those of you interested, please go ahead and fill out the quick 4-question survey. Also note we have additional sessions if you're available. And lastly, note this is available on strivescan.com/Tennessee. Thanks everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye now.